called blue collar crypto. Did you catch my accent? I'm a Chicago area, okay? This is the way we talk, right? But I'm in Wisconsin. And I thought, what would be a concept that I could like a professor, right? I'm a professor. Let's just say, let's pretend for a minute, okay? Let's say instead of just being a student now, I'm an authority, right? I'm teaching this class. This is a class we're in, okay? And I'm trying to think of reasons to encourage you to look at your financial health, your financial wealth, and your health, and consider that you go to class every day. Let's say you go to work every day. It's like going to class. At the end of the week, you get your paycheck. At my place, we get a paper paycheck. We take a look at it. The money goes in the account, but we also get a paper statement. So where am I heading with this, right? So for the amount of hours that you work, you're, like we said before, you're trading time for money. We want to get to trading money for time. We want to be able to purchase our way out of working for a living. So we hire people. We have to give away money, right? If we give people money, they will work for us, and we will have to work. We work less when we pay other people to work for us. After all, the reason why we are starting our own business, if that's what we're talking about, is we're trying to get away from having to be always at work. When you get home, you're tired and you're always at work. Even if you're not at work, you're still at work. If you work like I do, and I'm a pretty good worker, some would say, you're very tired when you're done working, and you're really not off of when the buzzer rings and you're done and you've cleaned up your area or whatever, maybe put your coffee cup away, and you've purchased with your time some money. Now think about it. You paid for with your time, and you got this thing called money. You bought it with your time. You got these green dollars. Your bank account looks bigger. The numbers are bigger. So you gave up part of your week. But all you have to show for what you gave up is the numbers are bigger. I mean, of course, you're going to take those numbers and dollars and purchase livelihood things. Okay. But let's stop for a second. What did you do? Let's break it down. You went to work, you got up really early. If you're like me, you get to work early so you're not late. Some people drive very fast to work, almost cause an accident, get pulled over by the police because they're driving fast, and sometimes they even get there late. Well, if you're like my boss, my company, so you've kind of risked your life to get there. You get there. Every day your focus is on getting to work, doing the best job you can do. And then when it's time to go home, you're tired. You get in your car, you're tired on your way home. Maybe you have a drink. I'm not saying you should drink and drive, but if you're exhausted, having a drink is, having a beer. On the way home, again, not encouraging bad behavior. Then you're at home. and you're tired. You go to sleep, you know, you wake up, you got a couple hours, and you go right back to work again. So what part of that day, and if you have a family, excuse me, you're taking care of your family. And that's the reason why you went to work in the first place. But my point is, Monday through Friday, 5 days, 6 days a week, you're trading your time for a couple digits on your bank account, a couple enumerations on top of what's already in there, and that disappears. So instead of just 40 hours a week, you're trading in, you're only getting paid hours at your work. I know it's a concept, but you're giving them 80 hours and you're really only getting about 40 paid because they're really taking over most of your week. And in the old days, you didn't have a weekend. I mean, in the old days, and I'm talking older than most of the listeners here, you were so tired on the weekend, you're just trying to recuperate. So one week you're recuperating for the next week. The next week leads into the next week, into the next week. So where am I going with this, right? You're hiring yourself out several different places and you're dividing yourself up into pieces. How's that? Okay, that's the working world. And I'm talking to those people that are, well, not all of you. Some of you have wonderful time management skills. But most of us, most of us don't. How do you turn that corner? I mean, my show, this podcast should be of your job. It's not just being exhausted or it's boring or, well, and you can't do what you want at work. Well, some people do and get away, do what they want. But there's a lot of rules, right? Let's change. Now your time is your own. Let's start to talk about 100% of your time being given away. To half of your time being given away. Okay. Don't give away all your time. But unfortunately, you might have a part-time job. That sounds even worse, right? How do you do that? We just talked about giving away all your time to one job. How about giving away all of your time plus another half of the, so to another. So what does it mean to have your own company, to perhaps work at home, which, let's face it, working at home